every punch came with a price. From million-dollar paydays to silent box office bombs, Van Damme's career was built on risk, fame, and fortune. But one film changed everything. Stay till the end. The truth behind his biggest paycheck awaits. He wasn't a star yet, just a man chasing a dream through underground fights. Bloodsport, 1988. As Frank Dux, Van Damme fought his way to recognition in a film made for only $2.3 million. It shattered expectations, earning over $50 million worldwide. His salary barely touched $25,000, yet it made him priceless to audiences who saw spirit where critics saw flaws. Under the burning sun of Thailand came Kickboxer, 1989, where Van Damme, as Kurt Sloan, fought not just opponents, but grief itself. With a budget of $3 million and over $50 million earned, it turned sweat into triumph. He made $75,000, yet gained something rarer, the audience's faith, glowing above 80%. Then came Universal Soldier in 1992, where science met sorrow, and Van Damme became Luke Devereaux, a soldier reborn between memory and obedience. The studio risked $23 million, earning $95 worldwide. His $1.5 million salary marked not luxury, but respect. Critics saw precision, audiences saw a man with a pulse beneath the metal. When the past and future collided in Time Cop, the year was 1994, and Van Damme stepped through time as Max Walker, chasing justice and loss. The film's $27 million budget returned over $100 million at the box office, sealing his place among Hollywood's leads. With $5 million in salary, he didn't just win, he arrived. Critics rated it 70%, and time, for once, stood still for him. 2 decades later, the fight turned inward with JCVD 2008, where Van Damme stopped performing and started confessing. Playing himself, he stripped away fame, showing the man behind the myth. The $12 million film earned only $4, and his salary barely reached $100,000. Yet critics, with 85% praise, called it his most human role, the day the fighter finally laid down his guard. Before the fame or the spotlight, Van Damme was Lion Gautier, a soldier-turned-street fighter who fought for family more than glory. That story lived in Lionheart, released in 1990, a $6 million film that climbed to $24 worldwide. His paycheck, $600,000, felt humble, but the film's quiet resilience earned loyal hearts, even when critics stayed silent. Two reflections, one fight. Double Impact came in 1991, where Van Damme split himself in two, Alex and Chad Wagner, twins bound by vengeance. It cost $16 million and earned just $30, missing commercial gold. But with $600,000 in pay and twice the energy on screen, fans called it underrated. Sometimes charisma wins where numbers fail. (1992) brought Universal Soldier, where war met technology, and Van Damme, as Luke Devereaux, rediscovered humanity through control. The $23 million film earned $95 worldwide, transforming him from cult hero to Hollywood contender. His $1.5 million salary spoke of a rival, not excess. Critics saw precision, audiences felt heart, and that made it timeless. There was no ring, no tournament, only a man on the run. Nowhere to Run, from 1993, cast Van Damme as Sam Gillen, a fugitive finding peace in unexpected places. 15 million spent, 64 earned. Steady, not spectacular. Yet his 3.5 million salary matched the film's quiet success with audiences who loved his restraint. It wasn't a headline, it was a heartbeat. Hard Target took the swamp and turned it into poetry. It was 1993, and Van Damme, as Chance Boudreaux, hunted predators who mistook him for prey. The film cost $19.5 million and earned over 74, thrilling audiences with grace inside grit. His $3.5 million paycheck marked not just stardom, but self-belief. Critics called it average, fans called it fierce. And then came The Wink, Last Action Hero, 1993, a blockbuster that barely stopped to breathe. Van Damme appeared as himself, a fleeting cameo among chaos and comedy. The $85 million epic grossed $137, and his $1 million payday glimmered like a quiet signature. Critics called it noisy. Audiences simply smiled, because even in seconds, he stole the frame. When time itself became the enemy, Van Damme turned law into legacy as Max Walker, the man who policed the past in Time Cop, released in 1994. With $27 million invested and $101 million earned, it was his first real blockbuster. A $5 million paycheck sealed it, though critics called it average. For audiences, it was proof that heart can travel through time. It was the year 1994, and the battlefield wasn't real. It was Street Fighter. Van Damme, as Colonel Guile, led soldiers and smiles through a storm of spectacle. With $35 million spent and $100 returned, the movie danced on the edge between parody and pop culture. His $8 million paycheck was his loudest victory yet, even if critics didn't salute. Audiences, however, kept it alive. A year later came sudden death, and with it, a different kind of arena, frozen, loud, and full of fear. Van Damme, as Darren McCord, faced terror inside a hockey rink, protecting more than just lives. The $35 million thriller scored 64 at the box office, modest but meaningful. His $5 million salary felt steady, and though critics cooled, fans found warmth in his courage. Not every journey goes forward. Some go inward. That was the quest in 1996. Van Damme, as Christopher Dubois, explored the cost of ambition and the price of peace. The film cost $30 million and earned 64, echoing quiet instead of triumph. His $6 million paycheck wasn't for fame, it was for freedom. Critics called it weak, but audiences saw it as his most personal fight. By 1996, the mirror doubled again with Maximum Risk. Van Damme as Alain Moreau and Mikhail Suvorov, two men tangled in loyalty and lies. The $25 million thriller earned 51.7 worldwide, walking the thin line between risk and reward. His $5 million salary mirrored the title, Maximum Risk, Steady Reward. Critics were split. Audiences admired his edge. In the neon chaos of Hong Kong, Van Damme became Jack Quinn, a spy trapped between duty and survival. That summer of 1997 saw the release of Double Team, a $30 million gamble that brought back only 11.4. Yet his $8 million paycheck spoke louder than the numbers, proof that even chaos can be confidence. Critics called it a mess. Fans called it madness worth watching. Few action films wore color like Knockoff did, Denim Blue and Danger Red. In 1998, Van Damme, as Marcus Ray, fought fake goods in a world built on counterfeits. The film cost $33 million and earned barely 10. His $4 million salary remained the realest thing in sight. It was branded a failure, yet years later, nostalgia made it stylish again. Universal Soldier. The return arrived as the century turned, 1999, when sequels tried to resurrect legends. Van Damme, again as Luke Devereaux, stood between memory and machinery. The film's $45 million cost brought only 10.7 back, but his $5 million check remained unshaken. The box office was silent, yet fans still heard echoes of the man who once made machines feel human. Somewhere between faith and fury stood The Order, a story Van Damme brought to life in 2001, playing Rudy Kaffmeyer, a thief chasing meaning in Jerusalem. With $12 million spent and 19.5 earned, it was modest but sincere. His $1 million salary reflected a quieter ambition, and though critics called it forgettable, audiences felt its honesty. By the early 2000s, his journey had slowed, and Derailed mirrored that derailment. Van Damme, as Jacques Christophe, fought terror aboard a train speeding nowhere. The $18 million production made just 8.1 back, yet his $1 million paycheck whispered of endurance, not defeat. It wasn't a hit, it was a pause, a breath before the next rise. In a world of legends and laughter, Van Damme found his calm. Kung Fu Panda 2, the year was 2010, brought him not fists, but voice, playing Master Croc, the warrior of silence. The $150 million dream earned $665 million worldwide, a global roar of joy. His $2 million paycheck wasn't about power, but presence, proof that even a fighter can find peace in animation. Fame turned playful in Rozhevsky vs. Napoleon, a Russian comedy from 2011 where Van Damme appeared as himself, winking at his own legacy. With $10 million spent and 12 returned, it was less success, more self-awareness. His $1 million paycheck felt like a cameo in his own history, a reminder that laughter too can carry weight. As the guns returned and heroes aged, the Expendables 2 took center stage, 2012, a gathering of giants. Van Damme, as Jean Villain, embraced the villain's shadow with elegance. The $100 million ensemble roared to $314 million worldwide, steady and strong. His $2 million salary matched the calm of a veteran who no longer needed to prove anything. Audiences called it balanced, brutal, yet respectful. And then came Stillness, Universal Soldier, Day of Reckoning 2012, where Van Damme, as Luke Devereaux, became the ghost of his own creation. The $14 million thriller earned 10.7 back, but numbers were never its goal. His $2 million paycheck echoed the film's tone. Quiet, brutal, philosophical. Critics called it haunting, fans called it closure. A superhero parody from China turned into a box office surprise. That was Jian Bingman. In 2015, Van Damme played himself, half villain, half legend, laughing at the image he once built. The $2 million film rocketed to $186 million, making it an all-time titan in his late career story. His $1 million paycheck felt poetic, a man mocking fame while still mastering it. He returned not with fists, but with voice. Kung Fu Panda 3, a tale of growth and grace. The year was 2016, and Van Damme, again as Master Croc, roared softly alongside legends. With a $145 million budget and $521.2 million earned, it stood as another all-time titan of animation. His $2 million salary felt peaceful, like a warrior who had learned when not to fight. Few actors transcend time through laughter. Yet in Minions 2, The Rise of Gru, Van Damme did just that. The year was 2022, and as Master Jean-Claude, he lent humor a heartbeat. The $80 million whirlwind stormed past $939.4 million worldwide, an all-time titan of family cinema. His $500,000 paycheck felt almost symbolic, proof that legacy can shout, even when the money whispers. The shadows grew darker in Darkness of Man 2024, where Van Damme became Russell Hatch, an agent guarding the last traces of hope. The $5 million production earned just $241,000, turning it into one of his harshest box office bombs. His $2 million paycheck felt almost tragic, like poetry whispered into a storm no one heard. And in the same year, a smaller echo of his past arrived with Kill 'Em All 2, 2024, released straight to streaming for loyal fans. Van Damme, as Philip, returned to grit and revenge on a quieter scale. With $10 million invested and a $1 million paycheck, it played more like a modest streaming-era flop than a theatrical event. Not glory, but gratitude. A farewell written in pixels instead of film. And that's the journey of Van Damme, from muscle to meaning, from action to legacy. Thanks so much for watching, friends. What's your favorite Van Damme movie or moment? Drop it in the comments. Don't forget to like, subscribe, and stay tuned. More stories are just around the corner.